Hey guys, welcome to Extrudesign.com. In the previous tutorial we have discussed about sketching module. If you have any doubts about sketching module, you can comment them below so that I can help you. So in this tutorial we are going to discuss about the shape based features and the sketch based features. Okay, so what are the sketch based features and what are the shape based features? Okay, so the sketch based features really needs a sketch to define the feature. Okay, so as like to extrude any profile we need a sketch, or to revolve any profile we need a sketch, and sweep also does need a trajectory and a profile, sweep profiles. So as like that, so these are the sketch based features where they require a sketch, or otherwise they cannot create a material. And these are the shape based features, they don't require any sketches, but they can be directly applied on the shapes as like edges, and or a material is required to define these shape based features. You got it right? Okay, so in the first tutorial we have discussed these extrude, revolve, sweep and swept plan. If you want to watch the tutorial again, you can find the link in the description. Okay, so now we are going to see these tools which are shape based features. Actually, so these features don't need any sketches. Okay, they can be directly applied on material. If you don't have a material, let me suppress this one. You see these features won't be highlighted because there is no material, so they cannot be applied anywhere. So that's why they have got unavailable, so like I can, my feature got hide because I have to apply some filters. Okay, go to here, tree filters, and I have to select the suppressed features object, and make sure you select all so that it can be helpful for you to show up everything whatever it is added on the model tree. Okay, so I can select it and resume it. Now my model is back. Okay, so let's get started with these shape based features. Okay, so this is whole widget. Click on it. First thing is you will see is placement. Click placement. You have to select any surface and it will come up with this hole, and also there are two tags. You have to attach these tags to any surfaces to get a reference plane. Okay, so you can even attach it to a datum plane as well, or any surface it will take. Okay, so I'm selecting it here, and also I'm selecting it here so that I can define the distances, and you can even change it to a radial and diameter. Okay, if you change it to radial, it will take the radial distance. Okay, only 1 point, and you have to select it to some axis so that it will take an axis, or otherwise you can change back it to linear if you have some linear distances. Okay, so if you prefer radial or diameter, you have to select one reference as plane and other reference as an axis. Okay, something like that. It is whole, and it will have some standard library. Actually, we have discussed these whole feature completely in a separate video, so you can find a link in the description for the complete tutorial on this whole widget. Okay, so because it is having some standards, how to choose these standards, how to choose this sync, countersync and everything, so it has covered in that video. If you probably you're gonna like it. Okay, this is all about whole widget, simple whole widget. Okay, that's it. Where did my hole gone? Yes, click OK. So something like that. It is not standard hole, it is not no tapping in the hole. That is what whole widget. And next one is the round, or you can say it as fillet. Okay, so fillet will have two options. One is manual round, so this means round in the sense you have to select the edges manually. Auto round in the sense it will give a round value for every edge in the 3D model. Okay, so if you select it, it will take every sharp edge and it will convert into a round edge whatever the value you provided. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that now. First I'll go with the round, and I'm going to select an edge so that it will pop up with a value, and you can change that value from here or here itself. And you can even create some sets. Let's say if I want to maintain this edge and this edge with same fillet, and this edge and this edge with some different fillets, so I can do that. Hold the control button and select the other edge so that it can follow up the same value to the other edge. Okay, now you have to create a new set. Click new set. In new set you have to select the edges again. First select this one and also hold the control again and select this one. Okay, so now you can select the first set and you can change the value to 5, and the second set I want to make it as a 2, so you can see that how it is looks like, something like that. You can use this round, and if you click auto round you don't have to do anything, you just need to give the value. It will take everything, every edge in the 3D model, and it will convert into a fillet, the round edge. Okay, so there are some bunch of options you can actually play around. You can understand them actually. Okay, now chamfer is some chamfer is also something similar to that round, but it is chamfer what it is, just it will make something like this. You can see that. And chamfer you will have some different options, D and D. So you will have the same distances, D by D. So D1 and D2 will have some different distances. Okay, something like that. You can see that. You can adjust something like this, and you can even have the chamfer with angle and chamfer with some 45-degree angle standard. And that's it. That's all about it. And here also you can do the same thing, the sets. Okay, so that's what about edge chamfer. And I'm going back, and now draft is something I'll show you. Select draft, and here you have to select the hinge edge. Okay, so I'll select it first. You will understand once it start working. This is the hinge edge, and the second one is the vertical edge of the surface. And go to references, and this is the draft surface. This is the surface where the draft applied. Okay, this is an individual surface, and I can flip that angle, draft angle. Now I can move the draft angle from here, or I can directly give that angle value here. Okay, if I know the draft angle, I can give that. So you got it right, how it works. This is the hinge edge. First you have to click here and select the edge, and this is the plane, a vertical axis you have to select, and finally the surface where the draft is going to applied. Okay, so that is how draft works. And there are so many options you can actually play with it, and we will cover this split option in advanced tutorials in the future videos. So I'll mention that link in the description, so you can find it soon. And I'm gonna close it. Now shell is somewhat simple and easy. You can select that feature and select any body, it will convert into a shell. You can see that everything will become a shell, and the surface you have selected will become an open edge. So now go to reference. You can see that you can select the edges which need to be open. I will select the edges as many as I can. Okay, so it is not taking that fillet. Okay, something like this. And you can even maintain some different thicknesses for different walls, so like I can select here, and a thickness notation will come up here, and you can drag it, but it is not taking more value, so I have to remove it, but it will work definitely. There are other options, you can check it out. Okay, so basically it is a basic modeling tutorial, so that That's why I'm not explaining too much. So in future advanced tutorials we will cover everything, so stay tuned to our extrudesign.com. You can find these tutorials as a playlist in extrudesign.com. You can find the channel link in the description. Okay, so I'm gonna close it. And rib, first in rib there are two rib styles. First I will go with the profile rib. For profile rib I have to create a sketch. Take sketch, and I'm gonna take front plane. This is the front plane, sketch, and I'm gonna draw a line which is something like this, a triangular shape, but I'm not gonna draw entire triangle. I will just write one line. Now I will select a profile rib, select the sketch, that's it, and you just need to flip this arrow down. There you go. This is how a profile rib works. Okay, now I'll explain trajectory rib. Okay, so for that I have to create a sketch again, but in here the difference between the profile rib and the trajectory rib will be somewhat same, but the trajectory rib will follow the sketch orientation, you know. So like when we used to draw a profile for profile rib, so the sketch is on front plane, so which is something like parallel to the rib. Okay, but in here it will be normal to the profile. Okay, so I'll show you, you will get an idea how it works. Okay, so I'll take a sketch. I'm gonna first of all I need a plane. Go to plane, select this line and this line, so that I can have a profile over here. Select the datum, sketch. Okay, now I am oriented to my sketch. Okay, and I can flip my orientation, sketching plane, and now I can create. So now I will go with some different shape instead of standard one. Standard line I am creating it. So this is going to my profile for trajectory rib. I'll select that profile and I'll flip it. You can see that. That's it. That is how it works actually. So you can see that the rib created, which is normal to the sketching plane, what we have defined in the sketch, right? So but in here it will be tangential. Okay, so that is what the difference between this rib and this rib. Okay, so now we have discussed these shape based features, and now one more thing is how we can apply a material. Okay, so go to file, prepare, and model properties. In model properties you can see a material. Okay, click change, and you can see the bunch of standard material list here. Okay, so click any of the material, you can select it and you can pull this button so that it will come into the model and automatically applied. This symbol will represent this material is applied. Okay, right click on it and you can even unassign, and you can even create a new material composition by simply right clicking on it, copy it. So and you can double click on it, you will get the properties of it. You can change the name, let's say it is steel 301, and I can even change the density and so many other properties as well. I can save it back to that model and right click on it, assign, something like that. Now you have applied the material as well. This is how we can apply a material. That's it, and that's all for today. In the next tutorial we are going to discuss about this whole widget and this boolean operations and a pattern, how we can pattern the features. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you have any doubts you can comment them below, and please subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, please like it, and that's all for today. Have a good day.